So you finally got invited to Clubhouse, but you're in the app and you have no idea what's going on. No worries, because today I'm going to give you the quick rundown of how to get started with Clubhouse. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new around here, I'm Nakisha. Welcome to the winning team. Around here, I give you tips and tools to build a profitable blog, and today we're talking about Clubhouse. You know Clubhouse, what I feel is the powerhouse app of 2021, and I think that every business owner should check it out. And so today I wanted to give some tips just on getting started over there on the app, because when you first join, it is a lot different than what we're used to on social media. So I just want to go in depth on some of these little things that can help you get started faster. So if you took my advice on how to get invited to Clubhouse, you know that you signed up for the app and you join the waiting list. Now, once you join that waiting list, someone like me will get a notification that says, hey, this person has joined the waiting list. Why don't you invite them in? And it actually gives you the opportunity to invite them in without using any of your invites, right? So it asks you to invite them in, and you can decide whether you want to do that or not. You can press yes or no. And so if that person decides to let you in, then they will be asked to walk you into the app, right? And I thought that was absolutely amazing when I first saw it. So the person that invited you will be asked to walk you in. If they agree and they have time at that moment when you're joining, then they click yes and a room is automatically created with you and the person that invited you. This will be the opportunity for them to take some time to walk you through the app, to show you what's what, where things are, how to navigate, and all that kind of stuff. If you are the person that invited somebody, I totally recommend that you do that, because it's so useful for the person that's coming in, because it is, like I said, it's super new, and it's like, okay, what's going on? So it's really nice to have somebody walk you in. Like I said, my girl Elle, she walked me in, and it was absolutely amazing and beautiful. And the people that I have invited thus far, I took the time to walk them in as well. So if you did not have the luxury of being walked in, I'm about to walk you in right now. So I got my phone with me. We're going to walk through it, talk through it, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about here on the screen. So when you first join the app, you're going to come to this screen that'll be blank, and you're going to be like, what the heck is going on? The first thing you will notice will be this little celebration megaphone, the little emoji with the stuff coming out. It'll be next to your name. That simply means that you're new to Clubhouse. You're a newbie. That's an identifier for other people to welcome you to Clubhouse, for someone, one of your friends, to throw a room that welcomes you. You see that all the time. You will see rooms that simply says, welcome Nakisha, welcome Megan, welcome Jada. And this will be like these little rooms or parties that people create simply to welcome people to the Clubhouse, honey. And so you can go in, welcome them, all that type of stuff. So that little indicator tells people that you're new to the app. Now, the first thing you should do when you join is go ahead and optimize your profile, right? You want to create a profile that's ideal for your ideal follower, your ideal customer, or whoever it is you're interested in having follow you, join in on your rooms, or you're just interested in attracting to your brand. One of the very first things I recommend you doing is to choose a beautiful and catchy photo, right? I personally think that it should be the photo that you use on your other social media accounts that people can recognize who you are. If you don't know, that's a quick social media tip for you. You should probably make your avatar the same across social media platforms so that people recognize you. Obviously, they will recognize your name if they know you, but sometimes having that picture there can help them say, oh yes, I know who this is. Let me go ahead and follow. So choose a bright picture that will stand out and catch people's attention, and that represents you and how you want your brand to be represented. So choose a nice good picture. You simply click on the picture icon, and then you can go ahead and select the photo that you want to have represent your account. Next, you want to go ahead and write a really good bio, right? This bio should explain who you are, what you do, what value you bring to the marketplace, if you have any freebies you'd like to give out to them, something that that will make someone read it and say, okay, yes, I want to follow this girl. Mine, I simply updated it with who I am, an influencer and blog business strategist, helping moms to build profitable blogs that generate them passive income and the freedom to live the life they want. That's what I do. That's the promise of my brand. That's what I do here on YouTube and across the board on my social media platforms. And so that's what I added on my Clubhouse bio. And you should do the same. Go down whatever you think, any type of accolades you want to stand out to people, like who you've worked with, what you've done, if you've been featured in any publications, if you have something you want to offer your audience. Totally add that into your bio so that it can be appealing for people to come on and go ahead and follow you. Now, the one thing that us as marketers, business owners, that we're still yearning as of now for Clubhouse is to have a clickable link in your bio. There's not that. They don't have that as of yet, but the way around that is to go ahead and link your Instagram and Twitter profiles here underneath your bio. So there's a space to link your Instagram and Twitter. So if you want to offer something to someone and you don't have a way, obviously, to add a clickable link in your Clubhouse bio, send them over to Instagram. So if you're talking, for instance, I'm a moderator on a panel, and for instance, someone was like, okay, Nakisha, I know you do this. I was simply able to say, well, go ahead and click through to my Instagram account and click the link in my bio to download my free How to Start a Blog guide, right? And so instead of trying to name out a URL for them, go to www.no. It's people are more willing to do something if it's easy, right? So all they have to do is click your Instagram thing. It takes them over to your Instagram, click the link in your bio, and boom, they're able to get your download. Now, beneath the Instagram and Twitter handle, you will notice that the person that nominated you to be on Clubhouse is listed right there underneath your Instagram handle. This is why I've been telling you all to be very careful with how you're handing out your invites. Maybe this is not a big deal to you, but sometimes association is a big thing, and I don't want anybody that's on the app clowning, acting a fool and all that listed with my name on it that I referred them. Absolutely not. It's a no for me. So make sure that you're handing out your invites with care, with caution, and that it's people that you know what I'm saying, that they're going to behave themselves. They're not going to get y'all kicked off the app and all kinds of stuff like that. The next thing I want to point out, underneath the person that nominated you, you will see a section for your clubs that you're in. It'll say you're a member of. Now, when you're brand new, it may not say this because obviously you're not a member of anything yet, but you can become a part of clubs, and I will talk about that later in the video. But you will notice down below the who invited the person, there will be a member of, and those are simply the clubs that person is a part of. Then to go ahead and optimize your experience a little bit more, we can go and take a look up in the top right hand corner where the little spinning wheel is, the little tool sign, whatever it's called, girl. It's the settings, okay? The menu for the settings. And you can see that you can change up your notifications, right? So if you want them to send you notifications from, very frequent, normal. So it automatically defaults to normal. So if you see there, it says frequency, you can click on that and you can go to very infrequent if you don't want to get all these notifications, because you will. If you're following people, if you're a part of clubs or whatever, you will get these notifications when they're scheduling rooms, or when they start a room and all this stuff. So the notifications can be a lot. So I definitely recommend that you customize the frequency of your notifications, right? And if you don't want to be notified when rooms are trending, you can simply click this little thing here and then go through the settings and see anything that stands out to you and go ahead and customize those as you see fit. Okay, now, so you're inside of where your bio is and everything, and now we want to go out to the hallway. We're going to press that arrow in the top left hand corner of the screen, and we're going to go out to the hallway. Now, in order to customize this section, there are a few things that you can do. A lot of people have been telling me, I'm getting weird room suggestions. How do I customize this? What is going on here, and how do I navigate that? Now, the first way that you can customize this hallway and have this recommend things to you that you're interested in is to follow people with similar interests, right? So if you know there are people on other social media platforms that you follow and you love their content, go ahead and click up here in the left hand corner on this little man with the plus sign and search that person's name. That person's could come up in the recommended, which is underneath the search by keyword. You will see people here. You can scroll through, and I actually see people that I follow on other platforms, and so it will recommend people for you to follow based on what it thinks your interests are, that bio or whatever. And then this updates also when you're on the app for a little while and you've used it and all that good stuff, so different recommendations will come here. So go ahead and follow people with similar interests. Next, we're still here in this little area with the little man and how you do the search. You can simply search by keywords. So we're here and I can simply type in blogger, right? I can type in blogger and a list of people will come up, and you simply can go in each one of their profiles and decide whether you want to follow them or not based on their bio, once again, who they're following, the clubs they're in. So we're looking at all those things that I just told you to do on how to optimize your profile. That's what determines if you want to follow people at this point. You're simply looking at their bio. That's another way that you can help to customize that hallway, because it's going to look at the people you're following, the rooms you're going in, and all that good stuff to determine what they're going to put in your hallway. Now, once you found some people that you find interesting and everything like that, you can take a look at their clubs, right? Remember, I told you down at the bottom of the person's bio, it'll tell you what clubs they're in. You can take a look at the clubs they're in and decide if you want to join them as well. Now, when you first find that club, the only thing you'll be able to do is to follow that club. Now, the person that runs that club has to approve you as a member, but go ahead and follow it if you're interested. In my experience, no one has not invited me to the club at this point because I'm very particular anyway about the clubs I want to be in, because honey, you're gonna get all the updates, okay, on that club when you do join it. Even when you follow, you're gonna get updated on what the club has going on, all of the rooms they're scheduling, all that stuff. So this goes back to making sure you customize your notifications if you don't want to be notified of all that stuff. So yeah, that's how you customize your hallway. You want to make sure you're following the right people, joining the right rooms, and have the right keywords and stuff in your bio so that Clubhouse knows how to customize this hallway for you. That's what this area here is called on the main page. Now, let's talk about all the little icons up at the top. So at the top on the right hand side, we're going to start from left and go all the way to the right. Obviously, we already talked about your home page that has your bio and everything, but the little envelope with the gold star on it, if you click that, you will see that it tells you how many invites you have, right? That you can invite people from here, and it tells you who's a great potential for Clubhouse. You'll get credit for the invite on their profile. So that's telling you that the people will see your name at the bottom of their profile, which basically to me is like, make sure you're inviting people who you think are a good fit, because we will be showing people that you invited them. And then beneath that, it says, P.S. we're iPhone only right now. Going back to our conversation in our video on how to get invited, iPhone only, guys. It's iPhone only. Okay, and then beneath that, you will see the little search bar. I'm assuming here you can type in the person's username to go ahead and send them an invite. But to be honest with you, I am not sure, because everyone that I have invited, or that has my name on the bottom, has been in my phone already, or they joined and I was asked to invite them in, or vice versa. I invited them because they were already in my phone. But if you see underneath that search search, you'll see everybody that's listed in your phone, and you can simply click on invite, and it sends them this text message that simply says, hey, I have an invite to Clubhouse and I want you to join. I added you using, and their phone number is listed there. So make sure you use that number when you register, right? And then it's their link to go ahead and sign up for Clubhouse. Okay, then next we have the little calendar icon. If you click there, this is everything that's upcoming for you. So every room that has been scheduled, from clubs you follow, people you follow, and everything like that, you will see them listed there. You can set a reminder for yourself so that you'll be notified over here on the right hand side. Anything that has the little greenhouse next to it, you will know that that's a club. That's a club. If you click on the description of that room or whatever, it'll show you that it's a club and that you can follow that club, like I said. And if the person wants to invite you in, they will invite you to join as a member of that club. And then the next icon, which is going to be the little bell, if you click on that there, that's your notifications feed telling you everything that happened, who scheduled what, who followed you, all that good stuff. So it's simply just the activity that you have going on the app. And then last but not least, your little picture at the far end. Obviously, that's your home screen, that's your bio, that's everything like that you can customize for people to go on and follow you. Which brings me to how to build that following on Clubhouse, right? Now, I have not actively tried to build my following on Clubhouse because I just want to learn the app. I am a learner and a researcher and a digger and all that good stuff. People have just started following me organically based on these things that I'm telling you to do now. The very first thing is to advise people on your other social media platforms that you've joined Clubhouse, what your user name is, and they just magically come following you, honey. The ones that are in there, because people that are on are looking for people that they know and people's content that they like, so they will be more prone to come and follow you. I posted it once on my Instagram. I posted it here on YouTube, and people just come and start following me based off of that content that I've made on the other two platforms. And then I think you should just jump right in using the app. That's one of the biggest ways that I've started to build my following over there. I really haven't, like I said, done anything consciously to say, oh, I want a bunch of followers. No, because I want to know the app, and I'm using the app and trying to figure out how it works and all that good stuff. I want to know how this thing works before I go out trying to look for all these followers, because yeah, you can bring the people, but honey, if you got nothing to give them, they just gonna bounce. Okay. So the way I'm set up, I like to learn what I'm doing and be able to give the people value first. So one of the things that I think you should do to build that following is to just jump right in, right? Jump right in. Ask the person who invited you into the app if they want to do a room, right? Get on and talk with them about something. I'm sure you two can find something that makes sense for both of your brands or the two people or whatever. And you two get on and host a room together. Find others in your other business spaces that may need someone to moderate for them, because one of the things that I was told when I was walked in is to always try to get someone to moderate your room for you, just because it's easier, especially if you're new, and sometimes people will come in and you want everybody talking and the hand raising and all that good stuff. It's good to have someone moderate the room for you. So if you're in any type of Facebook groups or any business groups or anything like that where people are on Clubhouse, volunteer yourself to go on and be a moderator for someone. Maybe they need someone, because one of the things when I first got on, I was like, oh my gosh, who's going to moderate my room for me? You know what I mean? And I simply asked my friend and she's happy to do it. But people are looking for moderators, especially if people are getting on at weird times during the day. You never know. Be a moderator for somebody. And then finally, host your own room. We just got to jump in this thing. There are not very many people on here at this time, so I think it's the perfect time to practice and get acquainted with the app and everything like that. Go ahead and just host your room. I mean, listen, it can't be that hard, okay? You're just simply talking. No one can see you, which is the amazing part of this app. Go ahead, host your first room, and just start diving in Clubhouse. Go into rooms, get on stage, raise your hand, offer insight, offer value to the audience where you are, ask questions. These are ways to get people to simply notice you in the app, and they will come on and follow you if your profile is enticing enough for them. So they're like, okay, this girl, she talks about blogging, let me go and follow her, right? So as of now, that is a great way to go ahead and build your following on Clubhouse. And then let's talk about being in the rooms, right? So when you're in a room, you will see at the top the name of the room and all of the moderators of that room. Beneath that, it shows you everybody that the speakers follow. So these are great ways simply by just jumping in rooms to get yourself noticed, like I was saying before. But when you're in there and if no one is following you, you'll be down in the others in the room, right? So everybody can scroll through this list and pretty much see who's in that room. Now, on the left-hand side, you'll see a little button that says leave quietly. If they're talking about something that you're not really finding interesting in the moment, or you just don't want to hear, you just dropped in to be nosy, you can simply click that leave quietly button, and that'll take you out of the room. Next, you have this little plus sign, which allows you to ping people that you think this conversation could be beneficial for. So it's basically like sending them an invite to this room. You can click on their profile, you can search their name, however you choose to do it, but you can invite people into conversations. And then last but not least is going to be the little hand raise button. You can press down on that hand raise button and it will raise your hand and it will notify the moderators that you want to talk, you want to jump right in, and all that good jazz. Also, when you're in a room too, you will notice next to your profile picture that there's a little folded down piece of paper, right? If you click on that folded down piece of paper, it's the community guidelines. They want to tell you how to act up in here, okay? Don't get in here acting crazy. Don't get in here acting a fool because you will be kicked off of my app. So it's simply the community guidelines if you're curious about what that is. So yeah, those are my quick tips for getting started on Clubhouse. I hope that you get over here and really truly see the opportunity in the app and used it to the best of your ability to see how it can work out for you and for your business. And if it's not for you, then it's just not for you. But that's all I got for today. If you like this video, like it, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.